Come on, YouTube. Give me the link. Give me the link. Come on, YouTube. Give me the link. Hello. Oh. Comp Geek. Welcome. Okay, I guess I will get shareable link. There we go. See, because I embed the chat in the video stream, I have to get the URL for the chat every time I do this, and YouTube provides no good method for doing this. Anyway, hello everyone. View stream in live control room. There we go. I like how it... Okay, cool. Yeah, they're still messing this up. It says I have 1 concurrent viewers, but I actually have more than that. So, if anybody's curious, if you ever thought about this, you might wonder what happened to all of the mobile games before the iPhone, all the stuff that was on your Nokia, etc. Well, a whole crapload of them did get archived. There is an emulator. It sucks, and they suck. And that's why you haven't really heard of any of it since, like, 2009. Oops. This is Duke Nukem. The well-known flamethrower that was in Duke Nukem. So, the reason that I'm playing this is because the other day I was talking about this article that I remembered where a guy was talking about how he asserted that screen space ambient occlusion was not realistic and was just this sort of meme or fad that people were just cargo culting. But I disagree with all of his points. I felt that, like, he has this whole article on his website where he's got all these pictures and, like, graphs and whatnot. And as far as I'm concerned, they contradict his point. Like, I think he's making the exact opposite of his own point. Because the exact phenomenon that he's saying doesn't exist is right there in the pictures. And, like, I don't know what point he's trying to make. It's very confusing. But the reason that I know about this at all is because this individual worked on I believe the software renderer for the Thief engine back in the day, back in like 1997 or whatever. And when looking that up, I came across their website, and that's how I found this article. Well, that person... Wait, was it... I think it was that person who... Oh, no, you know what? Now that I think about it, I don't think it was that person who did the programming for this. No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of a different game that they did the programming for. I was doing a lot all at once. Now I remember. I'm sorry. That story is still interesting. Well, insofar as it was capable of being interesting. Hey, I got a key card. Oh, press fire to enter a compound. Wow, I've never managed to advance in this game before. There actually is music. Wow. Man, just a sprite from the game. Just, it's locked. Well, you got the key card. But he got the key card. Well, I guess he has to get another key card, doesn't he? Anyway, I'm sorry. No, it was a different person's resume that I was creeping on. It was... I think it was a guy who I found in the FidoNet archives. Who was like writing a newsletter back in 1993. something like that, who just had like a fairly lengthy resume of pre-iPhone mobile titles he'd created, all these J2ME games, and this was one of them. And man, it's bleak, you know. I used to wonder back in the day. I used to wonder back when I did play those games. I didn't have a lot of them, but you know, I had a couple, at least the ones that came with the phone. And I used to wonder, like, I used to be convinced that the problem was that, pardon me, I used to be convinced that the problem with the mobile games at that time was that the inputs were unreliable. Like, I thought from playing them, like, you'd press a button and it just had this delay that felt like the inputs were all being processed through like the text editor engine, you know, like that J2ME was just a horrible, filthy, disgusting hack that nobody had bothered to implement correctly, and then fanned out to millions of cell phones because they just don't give a shit. I always thought it was the hardware, but well, now I've got an emulator, so I know it's not the hardware, and the software is still terrible. So, well, this might Duke's Blood might be green because this could be a German localized release that's just still in English. That was an interesting sound effect. Yeah, exactly. See, I was pretty convinced that it was like being processed through the touchtone engine or something, but I don't think that's the case. Like, I think I think the software just sucks. I think the software is just bad. Like, I don't know much about Java Micro Edition, but I am positive there are things that this developer could have done differently. You know, there's a lot of apathy on display here, like the sort of misrendered graphics at the end of the hallway, and you can't see them right now, but the sprite work there, the green blood is just like, here are some hot green pixels. I know it was showing up on like a non-backlit Nokia screen, but I don't know. This reeks of lack of care, in my opinion. I really like how for some reason it just fades out and then starts again. Like they couldn't fit the whole MIDI on there. Duke Nukem Bikini Project. By the way, there were like 10 different... No, sorry, that's not true. I have 29 Duke Nukem Mobile J2ME jars. So, they're all the same. It's kind of wild. Let's see. Let me just drop into this particular half pipe. Where is the... There we go, condigs. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I got this emulator, and I have a collection of, well, like, okay, so for instance, the folder that I'm in right now contains over 35,000 ROMs. To give you an idea of like how bleak and trashy this market was. It's just like the level of the degree of shovelware we're talking about here is just really unparalleled. We're talking like in 35,000 ROMs, I'll bet there's 7 games I feel like playing. It's like, it's why I've been going through the ZX Spectrum ROMs, right? And that seems reasonable. But the idea of actually going through these does not. Unfortunately, a lot of them won't load. The emulation is not really the best, which is not super surprising on account of, I mean, who's going to put their back into this one, you know? Emulation is hard. That's the thing. I don't know if I really feel that the Spectrum had that much shovelware. You know, the software wasn't necessarily great, but a lot of it was made in good faith. You know, a tremendous amount of software for the Spectrum. They were doing their best, even if that didn't count for much. Um, and it's hard to dunk on it, even if it's not fun. But a lot of this stuff is just like completely soulless. I mean, CSI the mobile game. Does anybody think this will be good? Show of hands. Not mine. Could this even be good in any universe? Is it possible? No. This shouldn't exist. There's no reason to make this. And everyone knows it. Do we think it's going to be a top-down shooter? I think it's going to be a top-down shooter. It's going to be just like pretty much every single game, every single mobile tie-in was going to be like the Duke Nukem game we just played, like an semi-isometric size. Whoa, is it actually an adventure game? Wait, I'm trying to Cindy. Okay, there we go. Grissom. Cindy Gordon, a TV star, has disappeared. Okay, we'll get started right away. Oh my God! Wow! Wow! Yeah, yeah. It's it's the Portopian murder mystery for Famicom, but for phones. Wow. Wow. Whoa, did you hear that MIDI stab? Oh yeah, wait, look at that. We gotta use all the stuff. Okay. You might want to try another tool. Not yet. Not yet. Oh man. Wait, did it just suggest I use... Oh, okay, it's making suggestions. All right. We will tweeze some hair from the brush and get some DNA. Getting the DNA evidence. Okay. So it suggests... I wonder if it stops suggesting what tool you should use at any point. Probably on the harder difficulties. Kind of amazing that this game has difficulties. Frankly. That is in fact blood. Okay. I'm glad it didn't suggest that visually the blood just went away with a swab. Yeah, I mean every mobile game is just, they all just feel like tie-in. Like somebody came to work tired, sat down, opened a file, started typing, copied and pasted big chunks of code from the last thing they did that was for the Who Framed Roger Rabbit reboot, you know, tie-in that's a platformer where you shoot a big cartoon gun at anthropomorphic taxis. There was only one in the movie, but let's have 100 in the game. Anyway, okay, so is this really just a hidden object game, I wonder? Because it might just be a hidden object game now that I'm looking at it. Lift some fingerprints. Spoke with the Vic's husband. You'll forgive me for going through this quickly. I didn't expect there to be a game here. In Vegas, money seems to evaporate in a flash. Inhibitions melt away, and rabbits vanish from hats. Oh, man. Boy. Ooh, he made the if you can call being shady a profession joke a second time. Yeah, I gotta admit, there's more here than I expected. Certainly more than most of the other mobile games that I've looked at. How do I get... There must be a soft... Oh, there's a soft key I'm supposed to press. Oh, there we go. There we go. Progress. Oh, I can't pick a suspect. Okay, that makes sense. Boy. Where is that back button? Show me that back button. Let me see if I have a manual for this thing. Yeah, this is J2ME. Oh, right. I should probably actually... One moment. I should probably actually, you know, tell everyone in chat that I'm streaming. As you can tell, I'm a little on the tired side. Okay, let me see. By the way, the emulator is called Free J2ME. If you're curious yourself. I don't remember where I got the ROMs. Okay, let's see. Well, okay, there's no documentation. Big natch. Hello, Tailsaber. Hello, F-Fusion. Hello, Coda. Free J2ME documentation. Let me just... Well, that didn't get me any results. There's a... Oh man, there's when you look up free J2ME documentation, one of the first things you get is just an issue opened on the Git called "How do I run this?" Oh man. Let's see. I'm sorry, forgive me. I did not actually think I would be playing this long enough to bother. Oh, okay, and there is somebody suggesting here that this is not an emulator. It essentially just sets up a Java environment that mimics a J2ME phone, and then like mildly modifies the app classes to shim it. So it'll oh, here we go. Q and W. I found what I was looking for. So Q and W is the are the two soft keys. There we go. Got some evidence. Wait, receipt for $1 million bet. Hell yeah. Okay, so having done that, okay, so now got it. Okay, so Q and W get me the soft keys, which are marked at the bottom. Sound tool. Oh, you can turn off the hints. Okay. And then... Oh, okay, that they mean that kind of files. Can you save? Or does it just sort of... Alright, well, anyway. Okay, presumably pound is going to be... there we go. Pound is going to be the evidence collection. And then map. There we go. No, I think the fact that it's not really emulating any hardware counts. Like, I think that makes a significant difference because 95% of what this is doing is dependent on the host's Java implementation, and that matters. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Razor had J2ME. Pretty dang sure. Gotta go to the CSI lab. Gotta go to the lab. The crime lab. I'm not going to play this much longer. But I did just want to... yeah, okay, so... Let's put all this stuff into the evidence computer. We're putting things into the evidence computer. All right. Comparison CPU. Oh, it just... There's no graphics. It just... Fingerprint on phone, and it just immediately tells us that who it matches to. Okay, alright, I guess so. Can't microscope. We can DNA extract. Same thing, yeah. It just tells you the tells you who it matches to. Okay. Well, this is fairly rough, but yeah, looks like that looks like it is what it is. Boy, that couldn't be any more the thing that it is. Let's. Now, there's a lot of porn games in here, I've noticed. Like right up top, we've got Sex Doku. I've also got Naked Babe Soccer. Now, I can't run those ones. Ah, dang! A number of the more interesting ones, unfortunately, crash it. Wish that weren't the case. Also, being that there's 35,000 files in this folder, it takes a while to index. So every time I go to load a file, wow, I don't trust this at all. Okay, so this is Maya, Temple of Secrets, and I suspect it's in the wrong orientation or something. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, let me take a look. There's some sort of configuration. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay. Every time you load a game, when you load games, it like slurps some kind of knowledge out of them, because I now have a file here called game.conf under the Maya folder that specifies the width, whether it's a Nokia device, an FPS limit, a rotation setting, oh, and a height. Okay, cool. So I'm going to switch this to landscape and restart it and see if that works. Maybe I'm starting to figure this out. He says wrongly. Here. So it's okay, so apparently this game is supposed to be 352 by 416. That didn't work. Dang it. Well. Oh, okay, if you just press escape, then it lets you see the, okay. I didn't realize there was an in-game... Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. I did not realize there was a, in-emulator menu. Let's try this again. Oh, okay, we have a higher resolution now. Oh, there we go. Okay. Ah, so it is portrait. But yeah, this does, hello Augie, thanks for joining. This does have this feeling of like, oh no, it's a puzzle game. Oh my gosh, I thought this was going to be this looked like it was going to be a Tomb Raider, and you can absolutely bet that that is not an accident. Wait a minute. It told me to rotate, but it told me to rotate, but now I can't rotate. Let's try this again. Tutorial. Turn. Turning. Okay. Turning triangles can only be turned in one direction. Okay. Okay, and how do I do it? Wow, this rocks. This is super dope. Okay. There's probably a whole lot of counterfeit stuff in here. Probably just tons and tons and tons of counterfeit stuff. It's my guess. Yeah, so that one won't load. I'm probably going to have to go play ZX Spectrum games in a moment. Simply because, like, oh, man. Oh, man. The jank. Yeah, okay, let me just run down some names here of some files in this folder. Tomb Raider slots, Platinum Mahjong, California Gold Rush, Space Invaders AE, Platinum Solitaire, The Wolfman, FIFA 2013. Oh, that hurts. 2013? No. Strip Basketball. I've got one here that looks to be a Russian word, but it looks like pervo, but I don't know if I should say that out loud, but it has Pervo in it, so that's probably also horny. Um, yeah, this is from the era of ringtone commercials, largely. Yeah, it's just super scammy. Um, like a lot of this stuff is just pure shovelware, just pure shovelware. Um, well, okay, I'm having a hard time even loading anything out of that folder. Let me switch to a different one and see if it has perhaps a smaller selection that I would be able to load. One thing that sucks is that you can't drag files onto this emulator. It might actually be a little bit easier to work with this if I were using a if I were using what am I trying? RetroArch, I think, because there actually is like a free J2ME module for a couple of the multi-emulator platforms. Okay, that's another one that's not loading. I don't know what it is. Like some of these just, uh, I guess, are missing some of the stuff to make them go. Because a lot of the stuff is failing to load. Oh, oh. Well, we had something, and then it hung. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. We proceed apace. Yep, that one just closes. Wow, a lot of these just close. Maybe this is a bad dump set. It's not impossible. Boy, there's a lot of stuff in here that looks like porn. Um, yeah? Wow, I would love to play some of this stuff. This one was actually labeled Silent Hill 3 Mobile, which I don't trust. Um, but it also just utterly failed to load. Um, oh, wait a minute. Whoa, come on. Tony Hawk Vert. Oh, this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be rough. All right. Oh. Oh, okay. All right. So that's what's going on. We are skateboarding. We are skating board. Man. Wait, did I just bounced off the side of the screen? Oh my god. Yeah, the N gauge, from what I understand, just got did dirty. Wasn't it pretty much J2ME as well, just with some extra dipping mustards? And like a fairly reasonable physical platform? I like how in 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 predictable, like, pardon me, in predictable fashion, the music stops when you get into the game, but I don't know why, because playing a MIDI, it's a MIDI, right? It's being handled by hardware, so I can't think of why it wouldn't have the CPU power available to play the MIDI during the game. But man, it's amazing that this has the same energy as like an 8-bit computer game. Man. Wow. It's really funny to hear that N-Gage actually got some traction. Damn it. Almost every juicy sounding ROM that I try to load, the program just closes. There's one, oh, okay. There's one here called the Urinator. All right. Shrek Forever After. Bud Spencer Wild West Poker. Elemental Square 4. Mark Echo's Getting Up. Oh, it's from the same company that did the Tony Hawk port. Oh man, look at that multi-layer parallax. Yeah, baby. There it is. Mark Echo's Getting Up. All right. Man, these are always, like, no matter what you think it's going to be more disappointing than that. I am using an emulator called Free J2ME. It's not very good. These so-called artists steal or rack spray paint. Come on. Oh, wow. There are some hella rendering issues going on here. Okay, but this does have the best motion of any J2ME game I've played to date. This actually feels like somebody was... Experts say jumping requires releasing other keys and then holding up on the keyboard. Man, news anchor voice. Oh, that's breathtaking. My breath is taken. Oh, that's so good. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's the joke, right? Like, you know, there were... So, my suspicion is that there are probably, much as there are with modern mobile games, probably a probably a decent number of fairly well made or at least well intentioned indie games. But the problem is that most of the platform was terrible licensed games, like tie-ins and like these mobile houses, these dev houses that, you know, largely no one ever heard of since, I guess would just get contacted by like Activision, just told like, we will give you $65,000 to make not Grand Theft, that's not an Activision game, you know what I mean, to make some game everyone knows, have some kind of presence on a platform other than the one that we have the exclusive for the 3D version on. And invariably, I don't think that's a game mechanic. I don't think it's supposed to do it. I mean, it doesn't look good or right. But like, I can't imagine there was much passion behind this, you know. Not that I believe, you know, that an awful lot of stuff is developed by people who are just punching the clock because, hey, look, we all got to work. Wow, I don't know though. Like, that sure is a mechanic, right? Like, they didn't need to do that. I doubt that was in the. Well, I don't know. Maybe it was in the PS2 title, but all the same, like, that's some flavor. There, I did it. Well, but it's doing that even when I haven't picked up a spray can in that area yet. And again, like, there's no music. Obviously, the music works because there was some on the menu of, like, I don't know about this game, but certainly all the other ones. Oh, and I think we're hung now. Yeah, the quality of the emulation just isn't there, unfortunately. Like, I think probably the best way to do this sort of thing would be to get an actual phone and oh, this is totally supposed to be landscape. Hey, Jemima. I would sure love to play this. And it's not rendering anymore. Oh. Oh, man. There's almost no documentation for the simulator. Etc., etc. Sexy Solitaire 5. Hell yeah. Okay, let's... Come on. Come on, load. Ah. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. The best emulators on Android, that scans. That's about right. Groot Studio. And once again, we start up and it's immediately hung. Yeah, the quality of emulation here just isn't what it needs to be for this sort of thing to work, unfortunately. So I'm going to depivot and go back to what I was going to do. Yeah, no, it's bleak. Oh man, it's, looking at this stuff just makes you tired. All right, let me. I was planning on doing ZX Spectrum games again. It's been too long, oh, okay. So here's a funny story. The last time I did a Spectrum stream was I don't know, 6 months. Probably not 6 months ago. It was some time ago. Let me check. I'm curious now. So let me go to your channel. Let's go to content, videos, live, and when's the last time I did a? Okay, 2 months ago. 2 months ago, and then since then, the only thing I've done has been like build engine games. So, in OBS, I had set up a capture source for the ZX Spectrum emulator that I'd just been using for stream after stream. And then when I went to do Duke Nukem, I made a capture source called Duked Nukedum. And I've just been reusing that for every game I've streamed since then. And I just launched the Spectrum emulator, and it just came right up because I guess I just left that source in OBS, which I find very funny. It's just still there. Anyway, okay, let me see. Let me find my folder of interesting games so I can figure out where I was in the list. Okay, let's see. Let's go to O. I should have done this in some sort of structured fashion, but I didn't. Ooh. Oh yeah, we got that rare text bounce going on. Hell yeah. There must be audio. I must have my audio turned off. Just a second. It really feels like there should be audio right now. Survey says no. Huh. Wow. Dang, there's a lot going on with the text effects here. I'm really digging that smooth scaling, or you know what I'm saying. Oh, okay, so that's Kempston Joystick. It's the second one there. Okay, I can make this out. That's got to be start. Okay. Oh, we're a helicopter. Oh, okay, and it's QAOP. And how do we fire? Is it going to be... Do we fire? Maybe this... Oh, there we go. Was that V? G? I'll find it. Wow, there's a lot going on with the stars. Look at all the... Are those stars? Wow. There's a lot going on here. Am I out of... I'm running low on time. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. M. M is for missile. Okay, I'm going to presume... I shouldn't hit that. Yep. Turns out, I shouldn't hit that. Hey, General. Was I going to do a 50K special? I don't remember. So the question is this a choplifter, or is this a more... It looks like a more military... That's it. Oh. Ah. Okay, alright. The well-known class of bomber choppers. Okay, now if I can just figure out how to turn around, that would be good. I would love to be able to turn around. Oh, well, it's okay. Oh. No, come back. I have to shoot you. Wow, you can move much faster forward than back, but like forward is relative to the game world, not to your chopper. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, you know what? I think the enemy chopper got through and destroyed my base. There's some stuff going on here. Okay, I have 17 bombs. Whoops. It's going to be really hard to kill that thing with bombs. Can I missile it? Oh! Hey! My own anti-aircraft got him. Hey, this is cool. This is actually cool. Does anybody know? I can't really look at chat until I... Anyway, but I'll tell you what, instead of a 50K subscriber or a 60K subscriber, I'll do a 69K subscriber special, all right? Does that make you happy? Okay, so no, it's got 30 bombs and it looks like 90, yeah, it's got 30 bombs and 100 100 rockets. And like a 90-second time window. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm figuring this out. Anyway, I can't necessarily look at chat too much, but does anybody know if this might be a port or adaptation of something? Because I don't recognize this game per se. Whoop. Is that the trick? Do I just have to go over really fast? Ah, dang it. Well, there's some interesting coding going on with the death animation. Oh, okay, you can kill these things. I wonder if I'm supposed to. I don't know what the goals are. Also, to switch directions, you have to hold missile, or so you have to hold a direction and press the missile button. Oh, Gibbs. Not right now, Gibbs. I love you, but... Patroni. Take shots? I don't know. I mean, I've got the missile button. Or I assume that's a missile button. Maybe that's meant to be a gun button? Oh, neat. You can actually bomb straight down, too. Oh, okay. boy, I really wonder what the goal is. Oh. Okay, I'm presuming that the reason I died the last few times is because my base got attacked. And that the goal here is to prevent any enemies from reaching the base. Ah, it's really hard. Oh, that is a map at the bottom. You're right. Oh no. Oh no, I'm out of bombs. Can I go back home and get more? Ah, no. Yeah, this is really hard, but this is going in the interesting games folder. Wow, that was really fast. That was a really quick turnaround on finding an interesting game. Now, if only we had some music. When was this made? This was made in Oh, okay, this is late. This was made 1994 by Chip and Rocky, aka Otriad Bistrogo Rigirovania. Let me look this up. OBR Rapid Reaction Unit. It'd be cool if there was an English translation of it, but I doubt it. No real information there. Let's go to Spectre Computing. Nah. Yeah, no information on the English-speaking internet about it. Oh well. That was cool, though. Oh, man. Pup slaps. Oh, that's a good point. I probably don't have it set to 128. No, I don't. Let me switch it and see if let's see if it does have music. At this point, I'm not trusting in the idea that I have the sound fully enabled. I feel like it might be off somewhere. There it is. This is Gibbs. That's Gibbs. Yeah, this song goes pretty hard. Lay down. Lay down. He just does this. He gets up and just stands. Lay down. Oh, okay, Gibbs. You can go up there. Go. Go, 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 go. Oh, by the way, in unrelated news, I scored a GoPro Hero 4 and a gimbal for it for like under $100 yesterday, and it's not new. You know, it's not recent, but it actually does. It actually does work, and I'm impressed because in just a little testing this, in just the small test. Come on, limited testing. There we go. Just a limited testing I've done of this camera. This thing looks better and sounds better than my damn Panasonic that I spent $1,400 on a couple years ago. That I was doing all my channel videos with. It looked like shit. So yeah, this is a pretty good score, especially since I got it with store credit from some stuff I purchased in a sort of a ill-advised state. I've never actually had one of these things before, so it's pretty neat. Oh, one of my favorite things about it, check this out. Ready? Everybody watching? There it goes! Yeah, if you let go of the reaction arm there, it gets very confused and upset. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I wanted this to do action camera shots. I want to get a head strap for it because there's just a lot of cases where it would just be way more convenient to be able to show you how something works if I could show you my perspective of it. Okay, I assume what you're referring to is how far do you have to rotate it before it'll actually turn itself. You have to change modes for it to do that. So in the default mode, you can turn it as much as you want, and it will always try to maintain the exact same angle. If you press the button, then it starts trying to align to the handle. Yeah, gimbals are upsetting. Like it really shouldn't. It shouldn't do that. It shouldn't work like that. I don't know if anybody... Hey, I'm just curious. Has anybody noticed that I have Bell's palsy? Like, I don't know 100% for sure, but I'm pretty sure. Like 10, 11 years ago, I just, like, the whole side of my face went numb. Never, as far as I could tell, it's hard to say for sure because I'm biased here. But every time I look at myself, I'm pretty sure the left side of my face is drooping a little bit. And when I watch my own videos, like, I can see it, but nobody's ever mentioned it. And I always wondered if anybody other than me noticed it. But yeah, like, if you look at me right now, like, I'm applying the same amount of force, I think, to both my eyes. But look at that. One of them is more scrunched up than the other. And it's always like this. Yeah, Xenon, it's got all the modes. It'll do it. You can have it lock in all axes. You can have it do just 1, 2, or 3. Yeah, let me see if I can. I'm trying to. I have ways of demonstrating this, but yeah. But yeah, I didn't used to be like that, but I am now. Okay, yeah. Wow. This is dense. Fits up to. Yeah, Hudson. I look like I always did because this happened over 10 years ago. Wow, is my stream latency set super high? I think it might be. I think my stream latency is like massive because I'm getting responses to stuff. It feels like, oh yeah, you know what? I've got the stream state. I'm sorry, the stream latency is like really shitty. I'm gonna stop streaming for a minute and see if I can fix it because I'm suddenly realizing that I'm having conversations with people from like a minute ago. One moment. Wait, it says I will not be able to reconnect. Your stream will stop and you will no longer. Okay, apparently, I would have to delete this stream or like close this stream permanently. Um, so I really hate high latency, so I'm gonna do that. So I'm sorry, everyone, but there will be a new stream listed in a moment. I do not understand why this happened. It has never happened before.